Welcome to another installment of Turn Up the AC Hot Takes with Reason on a solo edition. All social media information will be posted in the description below. Yes, you please go ahead and hit the like and subscribe while you're at it so you can be notified when the latest content is available. We're just going to jump right into this one. We're going to get talking about Errol Spence Jr. He is currently the WBC and IBF world champion. He wants Pacquiao or Danny Garcia at this point. He wants to unify with Pacquiao or, take faces mandatory of Danny Garcia. He claims he'll wash Terrence Crawford. I don't know about that, but, you got to be confident if you're a world champ. He says Keith Thurman is no longer on his radar because when Keith Thurman had the belts, he was not trying to see the smoke from Errol Spence. And let's be real. Thurman dodged Spence. Point blank, period. Spence also doesn't want a tune-up fight, which is good. He wants to get in there and fight the top guys right away. Let's be honest. If he wanted a tune-up fight, could nobody be mad at him? He's coming off that, horrible accident where he's very fortunate to escape with his life. But, he says he doesn't need a tune-up, so I believe the guy, He's undefeated, world champion, IBF, WBC champ, as I mentioned, unified in the welterweight division. To me, he's the number one guy in the division, so he's coming in at number one on my top 10 list. Coming in at number two, I got Terrence Crawford, man. He's a WBO champ. He claims to want to fight anybody. Potentially, there's a fight with Kell Brook that could happen, or a fight with Ugas. Yordenis Ugas actually gave Crawford an L in the amateurs. So, I know it really doesn't matter, amateurs to now, but it's something to keep in mind if they do fight moving forward. I think him and Ugas will be a very good fight. I'd be willing to see it. I would love to see it, actually, especially with Bob Arum saying people like Mikey ask for too much money. I don't think Ugas is going to be asking for too much money to try to get this fight. So I think it's something that could happen very easily if Crawford and Top Rank want it. Coming in at number three, I got Manny Pacquiao, WBA champ. He just beat Keith Thurman, the undefeated champ. He says he either wants Mikey or Danny Garcia next. Let's be honest, he's probably not going to fight Spence unless he has to. You know what I mean? I don't see Pacquiao taking Spence if Mikey or Danny Garcia is there. That's just my opinion. I'm a huge Pacquiao fan. But Pacquiao does have by far the best resume. By far. It's not even close. And I have him ranked at number 3 in the welterweight division as of 2020. So moving on to number 4, I got Shawn Porter. He recently came out and said that Keith Thurman ain't what he used to be. He is now claiming that he beat Errol Spence Jr. He's also claiming that Spence should take a tune-up fight, instead of getting in the ring with someone like Crawford or him. Porter's very confident, and why shouldn't he be? He had a great showing against Spence, very close fight. I edged it to Spence. I thought the knockdown was the difference in the fight. So, yeah, man. At number 4, I got Shawn Porter. Coming in at number 5, I got Danny Swift Garcia. This man gets a lot of hate. He gets a lot of, trash talked about him, and I don't understand it, really. His resume is solid. He's fought everybody. He has fights with Thurman, Porter. He's on the short list for potential Pacquiao fight. And potentially, he was supposed to already fight Spence in January if it wasn't for the accident that Spence got in. So, Danny Garcia, to me, comes in at number 5. I have a few fights in my. I love to see him fight Errol Spence. Let's be honest. I want to see Danny Garcia fight Errol Spence. That to me is the fight for him. I think Pacquiao and Danny will be a great fight too. The counter puncher versus Manny's his work rate would be a great fight. Cause for some nice fireworks. So yeah, man. There's a lot of possibilities in the welterweight division right now. Coming in at number 5, I got Danny Garcia. Coming in at number 6, I got Keith Thurman. He's now claiming to want a Crawford fight. He wants the Pacquiao rematch. Personally, I think Thurman and Porter would be a great fight. I don't see it happening because I think Thurman isn't looking for that type of fight. But I think that would be a great way to prove that he's still who he is. Because if he's able to beat Porter, he's right back in there for a title shot. So coming in at number 6, I got former WBA champ Keith Thurman. Yeah, man. Moving on to number 7, I got your Dennis Ugas. He's definitely a top contender. In my opinion, he had a very close fight with Sean Porter. Very close. Could have went either way. I'm not mad if you say Ugas won. He just called out Crawford, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. I think him and Crawford would be a great fight, as I mentioned earlier. I think a rematch with Porter would be great, but I don't think Porter is trying to see that problem again. I think Ugas fighting Keith Thurman would be a great fight. Something for Thurman to show, look, I'm still a top dude around here. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got coming in at number 7, your Dennis Ugas. Coming in at number 8, I got Mikey Garcia. He just beat Jesse Vargas. He wants Pacquiao, of course. He wants a Spence rematch. He even wants Crawford or Thurman. He said he'll fight any top welterweight. And to be honest, I think we should give props to Mikey Garcia for wanting to fight the best and really pushing himself. Because let's be honest, against all these top fighters from Spence, Crawford, Pacquiao, Porter, Garcia, Thurman, even maybe Ugas, Mikey is probably going to be the underdog in every one of those fights. Let's be honest. So I see a lot of hate going to Mikey, you know, him trying to dare to be great, you know, trying to win a title in the 5th division. But I think we got to congratulate him, man. We got to, you know, give him credit because there's not a lot of fighters who are willing to put their O on the line. And he did that against Spence when he really had no business fighting Errol Spence Jr. You know what I mean? So just something I wanted to point out. I would love to see Mikey fight Ugas. I think that'd be a great fight too, man. Or if he's able to get Thurman, any top fighter, I think he gives a tough fight to. I don't know if he beats. I don't know really who he beats, but he could upset somebody. You know what I mean? So coming in at number 8, I got Mikey Garcia. Coming in at number 9, I got Mean Machine Kavalauskas. I can't really pronounce his first name, so I'm not even going to try. I'm going to butcher that thing. That's why I got his nickname on there too, so you know who I'm talking about. He just fought Terrence Crawford. Had a great fight against him. Had a tough, very, very good showing against, you know, arguably the top guy in the welterweight division. Mean Machine didn't get credit for it, but very well because we got credit for a knockdown in the 3rd round because he did knock down Crawford. Let's be honest. Did he hurt him? No, but it was a knockdown. So he should have got credit for it, but he didn't. But he showed out. He did his thing, and Crawford was just too much. I would love to see Mean Machine get a shot, you know, against somebody like a Ugas or a Mikey Garcia, you know, something like that. I think that'd be a good fight. So coming in at number 9, I got Mean Machine. Coming in at number 10, might be a surprise to some, but I got Sergey Lipinets coming in at number 10. He's 16-1. His only loss was to Mikey, I believe, at 140. He beat Lamont Peterson in Peterson's last fight. He's a good fighter, tough, strong, can punch. I think he gives problems to a lot of the top guys, but ultimately I think they beat him. But I got, rounding out my top 10, I got Sergey Lipinets. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the state of the welterweight division and give rankings of who I thought were the top 10 fighters currently. So once again, my list was at number 1, Spence, number 2, Crawford, 3, Pac-Man, 4, Porter, 5, Danny Garcia, 6, Keith Thurman, 7, your Dennis Ugas, 8, Mikey Garcia, 9, Kavalauskas, Mean Machine, and coming in at number 10, Sergey Lipinets at 16-1. So those are my top 10. Go ahead and comment, hate, debate, whatever you want to do. We appreciate it all. Let me know what fights you want to see and who you think is the top guy in the welterweight division. A lot can happen. You know, anything can happen on any given night. So I'm looking forward to these fights. I can't wait till this quarantine is over so we can, you know, get going with these fights, man. So this has been Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. We come back real soon with some basketball talk. It's been a while since I talked about basketball. I just wanted to drop this video, you know, for the welterweight division. And, yeah, man. So until next time, Reason. Turn up the AC Hot Takes. We're out.